Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Soul Strike. This time for the new collab with the greatest escape developer. My name is Evan, and with me today, it's Childish. What's going on, Childish?
Not too much, my man. It's good to be back once again. It's been a hot minute since we've been here, but pretty excited to be here because, like you said, we got a new collab going on, so it's time to talk about it.
Yeah, we're going to have a great stream today, guys. This is going to be real fun. Let's say hi to folks in the chat before we get into it. Curdle, Maddie Sykes, welcome back. Ultra Deathlord, Jonathan Start, welcome to the stream. Apparently for the first time chatting today. You guys chose a really good one.
First time chats.
Yeah, you chose a good one to join for the first time. Where are my ears, says Julia. thank God they're not in the room with us today. They are far from me, just how I like it. Also, we are live on both YouTube and Twitch today, so I want to say hello to Elton Hack, as well as RNZ and Yusuf. Welcome, everybody. Glad you guys could make it today. So, Childish, initial impressions of the new collaboration?
Initial impressions are really good. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff to talk about here, but I like what Comp2Us has done. Over the times, bringing in different collaborations and whatnot. They've done different ways of kind of displaying it, showcasing it. And again, me, I always like to get ahead of the game. They introduced like a new kind of platform that they're kind of showcasing the main event. The roadmap event, which we're going to be getting into in a little bit. And like I said, it's nice because it's going to be a cool, customizable way of getting the rewards that you want. Ultimately, if you're a free-to-play player, you just grind, you're going to be able to get quite a bit. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about. So you just let me know where you want to start.
That's a great point. So I guess the first place that I want to start, and then we can transition into that. I just want to walk some folks through some stream changes for today. So we've got a few announcements for how this stream and future streams are going to be carried out. Okay, everybody? Everybody, I got your all's attention. So first of all, we have one coupon code today that's going to be active throughout the entire duration of the stream. And that is going to encompass all rewards, though at a slightly lower quantity. And so now we're not going to do the RNG wheel spin today for what codes we're going to get. It's going to be one code, and you guys are going to have an easier time getting that 50K ether. We have a survey running in the background. All you got to do is fill out that survey. It's going to sign you up for the ball drop event, and the ball drop event is going to find us 6 additional winners that they will then get 30K extra ether. So it's easier to get the rewards you're looking for. There's going to be one coupon code in summation here. One coupon code through the whole stream. There's a survey you can fill out in the background to participate in the ball drop, and then the ball drop will get us 6 more lucky winners who will get 30K extra ether. So it's going to be, we're going to be doing a test bed today, guys. So I'll walk you through that as it becomes relevant throughout. But with the housekeeping out of the way, now let's get into the collaboration. So Childish, where do you want to start? You want to do allies? You want to do skills? What do you want to talk about?
Oh man, I think yeah, we can talk about skills if you want. Let's go ahead and head on over to the summon area. We'll take a look at the skills real quick here. The new skill that they're going to be introducing for us today is going to be Mana Blast. So I think I got to put up here, right? So conflicts a mana circle, fires a powerful explosive projectile, dealing a great amount of damage to enemies hit. Obviously this looks like a basic skill, going to be Earth build, but generally speaking, when I look at the skills, what I'm looking at is I'm looking at what can it do when it comes to like A3 and A8. So ultimately, the skill is very, very basic, but depending on how you use it, if you're using it combined with other types of, Earth, mono element builds, this might be pretty strong. I mean, any opportunity to, get a skill that has like increased size or whatnot should be pretty good. Now, I haven't had anybody send me a message on this particular skill just yet. We've been really capitalizing on some of the newer relics and the allies here, but ultimately, I'm always happy for the Earth family, for the people out there that do play Earth, because any opportunity to get some of their skills so that we can mix it up versus playing fire all the time, it's gonna be good. So
it feels like whenever a new collaboration comes out, that's when like Earth builds and like neutral builds, like physical builds, like that's when it feels like they actually kind of get to eat. It's like that's when the good food comes out for them, right? That's a good point there, Childish. Oh, someone says that Sheila says it gives off 9 spikes at A8.
Okay, good deal. That's good to know. And the good thing about this is that even though it is part of the selective summon, if you guys are one of those people out there that want to push it to A8, it's going to be available in the roadmap, and it's one of the first things that you get to choose. You'll see if I scroll over here, if you decide to go the higher route on the roadmap here, you will notice that it's going to be available to get a copy of. So again, if you're one of those people out there that are free to play, got limited amount of the shovels, don't sweat it. You'll be able to get a copy and be able to play around with it. So
Yeah, and you also mentioned that there's some good stuff towards the end as well. You were talking about
Oh yeah,
Alicia specifically.
juicy stuff. Yep,
And
yep. Is that the one you want to talk about next,
and
or what do you want to do?
what is it about Alicia that benefits fire builds so much, Childish?
So yeah, and then before we get into it too, I want to give a big shout out to the community one more time for bringing me in and giving me a lot of insight here. The person that reached out to me firsthand when I got the chance to be a part of your stream was Epic Butter, and he was
Yeah.
letting me know of a big update. This collaboration is going to be massive for the people that do play that mono element fire build, because Alicia, she is a fire ally, so to speak. And one of the cool things about her is that her skill, her ability, Aura Sword, is going to provide a way of providing, I believe it's a defense break, if I recall correctly. So the cool thing about that is that there's a couple of there's a new relic, as well as a couple of already allies that we already have that reduces defense. So for those of you guys that were looking to capitalize on your damage and figure out ways of maximizing on it, utilizing Alicia alongside the new relic, which we're going to be getting into, units like Vanessa, whatnot. It's going to be a nice little combination to reduce a lot of defense here and do a lot of damage here. So it should be really good.
That's
I don't know.
Can I
Can we share
interrupt for
that?
1 second to
Yeah,
answer a question in chat? So
sure.
what the 81 in chat says, how come the new allies don't have a unique ability, meaning unique effects at the bottom?
Yep.
So that's a great question. For all collaboration skills and allies, you'll notice that they don't have unique effects. And the reason for that is that the Soul Strike devs are really careful about not wanting to over punish people who weren't here
Mhm.
for the collaboration, right? Because like you already missed out on the collab. Let's say someone joins hypothetically like a couple months in the future, the collab is passed, and they missed out on it. Not only do they not get it, but then if they had the unique effects, that means you're also missing out on the passive benefit of like percentile effects in the background. And you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to make people that far behind so that they can never get the same numbers as other people.
Mhm.
And that's the reason why whenever a new collaboration comes out, anything with like time limited events, they don't put unique effects at the bottom. That's a really good question.
Mhm. And to kind of add on to that, since we're talking about unique effects, if there is any new people out there, one of the things that Evan and I talked about many times over and over again in various streams and whatnot, is talking about all the things you could do to improve your overall stats, your overall damage or whatnot, and a lot of people forget about those unique effects, those passive effects that can be gained by leveling up, different skills, different abilities, so on and so forth. So if you're one of those people out there that are a little bit newer to the game and are sitting here with a skill like Manipulative Swarm, you're like, oh, what can I do to improve it? Use a little bit of your resources here, level it up, and you'll notice that we had a little bit of a boost in skill damage, HP. But when we're talking about all the skills that we got in play, that's a lot of passive stats that could be implemented to your setup here. So definitely don't forget that if you guys are one of those new people out there that are looking to improve your stats.
Yeah, that's a ton of just stats you're leaving on the table. So if you ever feel like you're plateauing, you may want to go back and just review some of the skills that you might have looked over, things that you don't usually use. And I also wanted to say hi to Yuna. What's going on? Yuna says hi to both of us. Kanagi says, you
Hello,
look
hello.
familiar. Aren't you that Summoner's War person? Dude, today we both are.
Yeah,
How funny is that? Both
yeah,
of us
yeah,
are.
yeah, yeah. It's crazy.
It's a really funny point. That's great.
Oh,
So, Childish, in the unlocks, by the way, what have you made a beeline towards in the event?
and so in the event, one of the things that I wanted to do was not basically touch it up until we get going on over here, but just take a look at the event right from the get go. I'm gonna
Mhm.
move through here, and I think what I want to do, I think I want to get a copy of Lloyd. We'll take a look at Lloyd here in a little bit here, but he looks pretty unique. He looks fun. I'm gonna work my way through this middle line, I believe. And then eventually, when I get down here a little farther, I'm going to play around with this top line here. So this particular relic, Heart of Winter,
Mhm.
really unique relic here. Even though I apologize, I cannot pull this up for the viewers out there. I do have a screenshot on the side that I'm going to read. I just want to let you guys know it increases the final damage by a certain percentage for friendly units. So again, everybody knows final damage is one of those end game stats that you're looking to get. Any opportunity to increase your final damage is going to be good. Whether we're talking about relics, allies, skills, or even
Yeah.
food, any way you can get it is great. And the cool thing about it is it also reduces defense by 35% for all frozen or shivering enemies. So, like I said before, the combination of Vanessa, the Heart of Winter, Alicia, and then abilities like Meteor Shower that have that freezing effect on it. There's combine them all, and you're able to basically get a really high amount of defense reduction, which is of course going to improve that damage.
Great call out.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go the top route. And again, mind you, when I say I go the top route, I'm talking about I'm going the route of Senpai EB Epic Butter. Okay, this is the GOAT right here. He's letting us know. So we're gonna go the top route, and then I'm gonna move down here. Alicia's gonna be on this one. That being said, though, it is gonna be important to get the copy of Possessed Tenor. That's another one of the 4 elements of this new strategy that's gonna be great for the fire build. The Possessed Tenor, the Heart of Winter, Alicia, and then of course the Meteor Shower. Now, Possessed Tenor, this particular skill is going to obviously do an AoE damage, but this one also reduces all element by 35%, and it's also going to reduce that defense by 20%. So we got a high amount of, I think it's when Vanessa's A8, I think it's 35%. We got 20% from Possessed Tenor. Let's take a look here. Heart of Winter, 35% there. So we're sitting at about 90, and then there should be another 10% that I'm not accounting for, but basically we're talking massive DPS. Okay, we're gonna obliterate all these stages here.
So now
basically,
we're all just going for the reduced defense build.
Yeah,
basically.
Once you set this up, Evan, okay, by tomorrow you're gonna be on Epic Butters level. Okay, you're gonna be a pro.
You hear that, chat? By tomorrow, I'm gonna be
by
Butter
tomorrow.
Senpai. I'm gonna be. You can't believe I'm not Butter.
Yes.
Rivensu, what's going on, dude?
Straight facts right there. But like I said, I love the roadmap of it. I love the way I did it. It gives me a nostalgic feel. A lot of games that I used to play along the way gave us this opportunity to kind of customize and do what we want to do with the limited amount of resources we have. So it's really, really nice that they implemented that. I bravo to them. I tip my hat off.
It's a great iteration on the way that they do their collabs. I like it a lot, actually. You're right that it gives a lot of choice, and also a big aspect is like the community integration. It's like now you can get feedback from other pro players. It's like how you're taking info from like Butter Senpai, right? From Epic Butter.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can kind of share what path they're taking, and then you can apply it to your own account if it makes sense for you.
Yep, definitely.
Would the collab things be in archive so that we can view it as well? Let's go check the archive.
Say what now? If we go to the archive right here?
Yeah, I don't.
No, I don't think it's going to be available here. This is. What were they asking for specifically here? It says once you get one of them. Oh, once you get one of them, they'll appear in the archive, which is good.
Once you get.
Okay.
Yeah, once you get one. Yeah. Yes. So yes to what you're saying, but no for right now.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, I haven't pushed through it, so I haven't gotten it yet, but we'll get it eventually. It's all good.
Yeah, well, down the line. As far as pets go, have we talked about what pet you want to?
We haven't. Let's take a look at it here. So, let's see what we got going on. All right. Here we go. The crossover pets. Let's see what we got going on here. So, first one, I apologize. I know I'm going to butcher the name. I think it was Podong.
Podong.
Okay. So look at this one here. Good damage, area effect. We got the increased earth damage, which is very common. We see this a lot, whether it's increase the crit damage or reduce the earth res or increase the damage received. We see a lot of this now with regards to our pets here. So, I mean, obviously, if you are one of those people out there that are going to run an earth bed, I'm sure this one's going to be up there. This one here.
Uh-huh.
How do you pronounce this one here?
I would probably say Goming.
I would say Goming too, but
yeah.
I'll tell you what, this got to be my most wanted. Yeah, this got to be my most wanted, just for the simple fact of this name right here. This skill poop bombs. I mean, how awesome is that, right?
That is awesome.
How awesome is that? that is probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a very long time here. So again, very similar to the previous one here. It's going to increase that crit damage for the wind element here, and by 500% for friendly units. Now, mind you, one of the things that I mentioned previously, talking about like allies and whatnot, is we can't just look at the actual pet of a hand. We got to look at the A3s, the A5s, and of course the A8s. Obviously, I know that A8s is not going to come all too much, but I think that's something that one should consider when looking to invest, especially when we got collabs going on where we have the opportunity to get a lot of rewards free through the event, and then we got to decide, do we want to push, down the, this summon line here for this specific pet, or we need copies of Sandy? We got to figure out what we want to focus on, so that you can maximize on that one. So
yeah. And Meet Merp, I agree with you too. It's saying that I wish that the skills that we talked about earlier would appear in the archive so that they can plan which
Yeah.
route to take. Childish, do you have any suggestions for where they could go to check it? Should they go to the Discord? Should they go on Reddit to get some screenshots so that way they can see what everything does?
Yeah, I would definitely go over to the Discord. If you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, again, and I put it out there. No one's paying me to say this. The Discord community for Soul Strike is second to none. The amount of people that have helped me get to where I've been and where I need to be, they're very, very helpful, very positive community. You got to check it out. They provide a lot of great content over there. So make sure you guys take a look at that if you have not done so already. If you're
That's
not a
awesome.
fan of Discord, you will be after you meet this community. I promise you.
That is so sweet. That's a vote of confidence. And
Yeah.
Yuna, thank you so much, by the way. It's great to see you here too. There was another thing that I wanted to answer on here, but I've kind of lost track of where it is. So we can just kind of. Oh, Gila said, I wish there would be an all element boost pet, even if it's a quarter of the value for us to
Mhm.
mix elements like that. I'm curious to see what the chat thinks of that sort of thing. And you, Childish, what do you think about like an all element boost pet? Do you like that, or do you prefer having it a little bit more like, I guess, min maxy?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm all for any kind of stuff as far as improvements go. Now, mind you, I think when I was climbing up, I thought I hit a like a threshold where all element boosts or whatnot. Like I had some like what's it called, diminishing returns. It wasn't as value, but again, it comes down to, like I said, min maxing and seeing if you can, maybe you get something like that will that can boost your stats, and then you can substitute some other something of your lineup that's giving you those stats that for something else that you need, right? Like if you guys notice right now, I've been pretty much stuck here at 5400 for almost the entire stream, and for me, unfortunately, I've hit kind of like a hard cap on my stuff. Now, of course, I'm sure there's a couple of things that I can improve or whatnot, but yeah, no, I'm figuring out ways of improving and trying to climb up. Yeah,
Yeah, I honestly, I kind of share a similar sentiment to you with
yeah,
that. While it sounds like a good idea for an all element boost pet, I would say that something that focuses or caters towards like the general all elements at a time thing, it'd probably be really good for like players at the start of their Soul Strike journey. But then over the course, it's like Childish said, right? There gets to be diminishing returns. Soul Strike is one of those games that really likes to kind of like get you to focus in on what you're good at. So it's like if you have a lot of fire, you go for fire build. If you've got wind, you can go wind. You can do a wind build if you'd
yeah,
like. It might not have the same ceiling, but you could do that. Um, so I think over time you might find that you'll outgrow it.
yep,
Guys, just wanted to remind about that survey real quick too. If you haven't filled it out already, it's pinned to the top of the chat. It's going to be closing soon for the first ball drop, so make sure you're signed up for that. And again, everything that you need is in that survey too. You'll get 50K ether just for signing, so just for signing up for that. So do your thing.
yep.
Checking out the pets and the timeline here,
Yeah,
Childish.
yeah. I just want to touch base on this once again because I know we went through this pretty quick.
We did.
Again, we talked about some of the allies and the relics, but talking about the pets that we just talk about. If you got the summons to get them, great. Just keep in mind that they are going to be an option. Like I said, they've made this very free to play friendly. You got to be selective about what you want, but if you are one of the people that need a new fire pet or an earth pet or a water pet, you have the opportunity to get it. And then on top of that, probably one of the coolest things about this, is they provide a select ticket. So literally, um,
That's awesome.
whatever you want from the greatest state developer, you can select it through this one, just in case you went down a route that didn't have the other ability that you were looking for, the other pet that you were looking for. So yeah, there's ways to do it as long as you are playing the game actively, doing the daily quests, doing the repeatable quests, grinding it through. There's no doubt in my mind that you're going to be able to get quite a bit from this collaboration.
That's awesome. Oh, yo, no way. Oh, Celtic Rowan, what's going on, dude? Celtic's gonna
Ethics in
be
the
on
house.
the
Yeah,
Summoners War
yeah,
stream today. That's awesome. We're gonna be doing
yeah.
a Celtic versus Fairy Law today on stream. So if you guys want to come
That should
back
be
for
fun.
that, it'll be at 4 p.m. Pacific time. And Gila says, Lloyd is my happy pill. Every time I see a new chapter is out, I'm happy. And now it's in Soul Strike. I'm on cloud
Mhm.
nine. That's awesome.
Boom. Boom. Speaking of which, Evan, do you want to talk about those allies here that are currently in the summon that we can see? We could do that if you
Oh
want.
yes, let's go into it.
'Cause that's available right now.
Let's
Yeah,
do
let's take
it.
a look.
Let's go to the allies real quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, you
So
can see Lloyd is in there. Take it
yeah,
away,
Lloyd and
Childish.
Javier are in there. Yeah. So Lloyd, Earth build, damage, we have let's see what we got going on here. So just AoE, and then it has a pull towards it. So now when the first thing that when I hear about pull, I think about the infinite pots. I wonder if this is going to be like the next S tier unit for it. I'm happy to hear for the people out there that have been grinding it. As you guys can see, I have not pulled this one yet, or I have not got it through. But if you guys have tested it, let us know right now, and what your thoughts are. Do you rate this top 3, top 5 puller? And if so, let us know. We have the A3 ability. It reduces Earth Res by 35%. And then, of course, the area effect improvement on here. So this kind of gives me some, I think it's Charlotte vibes. For those of you guys that are familiar with the Earth line, Charlotte also has the Earth Res reduction. So that could be something to kind of take advantage of. If you're one of those Earth build guys, if you want to go like maximum amount of Earth Res reduction, maybe utilizing a unit like this would be good. We got Javier over here. Really cool. I don't know what it is about his look right now, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. He's looking pretty dapper, He's looking good.
Dude, look at the
Let's see.
awakening skins for them, by the way. They look really cool. They look very, very cool. The skin, the
This is
little
good.
because when Lloyd, when you get the awakening for him, he's got his demonic form, and then Javier gets wings.
Nice. Yeah. So let's see. Javier here is just gonna do some what's he say? Envelops it in an aura and dashes through the enemy, striking him 6 times. So we got a multi hit there. And it's gonna also be able to target and stun for 1 second as well. So for those of you guys that need some kind of unit that provides a little bit of CC, that's going to be something good. I don't know. I mean, Javier looks good. I mean, there might be an element of the game that I haven't really taken advantage of when it comes to stuns. I've been just focusing on like just general, like, defense reduction, earth res, or res reduction, like basic stuff. Haven't taken advantage of a lot of units out there to provide stuns, but I have seen some good feedback from the community as far as like taking advantage of different bosses or whatnot, locking them down or whatnot. So maybe this could be the next big thing. We'll see.
Oh, Epic Butter's in chat. Welcome, dude.
Yeah,
It's good to see you.
Of course.
The man.
He would not miss a stream. He would not miss a stream.
He wouldn't. I'm in a work event. I'll have to rewatch and listen later.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. We'd love for you to do that. And then let's see. Winterbot asked, is it possible to get everything from the roadmap as free to play, or at least get to the end of it? Oh, did you have something to say to that, Childish?
No, I was just probably gonna echo what you're gonna say. Like I have, of course, and maybe Evan can as well. I don't know if we can truly say, if you're gonna be able to get everything or not. But if you're playing the game, doing the quest,
a lot of
you go
repeatable missions too. There's
right,
a lot of repeatable missions.
You'll be able to get a lot of stuff. And like I said, if you went down a route where you didn't get it, you come over here and use your select ticket to get a copy. Again, free to play players, it's very, very important to get at least, 1 copy of everything, and then, for the units that you have or allies that you have that you want to really focus on, you invest your resources into that.
Exactly. And something to keep in mind too is that the developers, to Childish's point here, the devs have always been really good about making sure that free-to-play players can get at least 1 to 2 copies of everything in the collaboration. And I think that that's still true here. The fact that there's those select tickets in there is like a real boon for free-to-play players as well. And speaking of boons for all players, we've actually got the first ball drop ready right now. So we'll be able to give rewards to someone. Again, guys, for filling out the survey, you get 50K Ether. If you are in the top 3 of this ball drop event, then you will get 30K additional Ether. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a test run, just so if you haven't seen this before. We've done it on a couple streams so far, but let's go ahead and let the test rip right now, and I'll talk about it as we go. So basically, everyone's names will be dropped down in the form of these balls through an obstacle course. And the first 3 to make it to the very end will get 30K Ether, so long as you go contact admin on Discord at the end of it. This is a new course, by the way. I like it.
Oh, I was just about to say Test 8 was going to be number 1, and then he just got bounced up here. So
the fact that there's like bouncy like rings now, how do they get through? They got it. So someone has to like break the rings first, basically. Okay. On
Oh, there you
test
go. There you
4.
go.
Please
Test.
don't let me down. Test
Yeah,
4.
there you go.
So test
Oh,
6.
test 6, sneaking it in.
So in this hypothetical, test 6, 8, and then 4, I think, or was it test
There you
6,
go.
8, and 5? 1, 2, 3.
All
The
right.
first top 3 are getting rewarded with 30K ether. That looks fun. It is fun. It is very fun. Like just from a like me at the desk getting to watch it go down, it's very fun. Oh, what's up,
That's gonna be
Jonathan
cool.
and
I'm
Andy over on
excited for that.
YouTube? Yeah, me too. Okay, guys, here we have all the names for everybody that's signed up for the survey. Keep your
Ooh, here
eyes
we
out
go.
for your name. Again, top 3 are getting paid out. Let's drop them.
All right. Let's see. Well,
Namaku,
it would be customary.
Uh-huh.
What do you think, Evan? Who do you got? Who do you got here?
Dude, Jay Soul is making an early lead. That is a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you see that. I've rarely seen someone with an early lead win. Sim Art at the bottom, popping the ring. Someone's going to steal My Incredible Happy Life.
Ribbons, dude, get in there. Where's...
Woo!
Oh, my gosh. There it is. There it is.
All right. My Incredible Happy Life.
GG.
GG, dude, is number 1. And we've got the list back there for number 1, 2, and 3. So that was the first one. Yeah, congratulations to the winners. Contact admin on Discord if you won. Did you guys see who number 2 and number 3 were? They yes, awesome. They'll let us know in a moment. And if you are one of the top 3, just contact admin on Discord. It's that easy. That's all you got to do. Awesome. So what are you personally working on right now in your Soul Strike journey there, Childish? You talked about the build that you were going for, the reduce.
Yeah.
Go for
it. Obviously, if you guys remember from the previous stream, I was really looking to mix it up and test out like a different build outside of fire. Obviously I enjoy fire and it's helped me climb up in the ranks, but I'm a really big fan of the earth units and some of the things that they've like introduced over the last 3 to 6 months here. I feel like they've really made a push to make the earth team really good. For those that remember, I was a huge fan of Monkey. I think it's a pretty good character. I invested into that one quite a bit, and now with the introduction of some new units here, I'll probably, like I said, continue to see work on it and whatnot. That being said, once I get that motivation to try Earth, Comptos comes in and says, "Hey guys, you like that fire? We're bringing you that Alicia. we're bringing you that Heart of Winter. We're bringing you all this good stuff."
Like,
that
as
says,
soon as you start drifting away, right?
Right. Like, I drift away. They're like, "No, stick to the fire." So, which for me, I'm happy that it is, because I came into the game about 5 months later than everybody else, and without question, the fire build is without a doubt one of the strongest builds out there, and has really allowed me to climb up. So, but yeah, we're doing pretty good here. I'm trying to take that new resources that I got going on. We were talking about our green flame here, taking it, and right when I get it and combine it or putting it into my my defensive stats. So one of the things that we talked about in the previous stream was that moving into the game, beginner to intermediate, we're very aggressive on our stats. We focus on offensive stats and whatnot, but then you hit that breaking point. For me, I think it was around the 4,000 conquer rank where I just realized like I just can't get away with bum rushing the stages. So I had to focus out my stats. I had to balance out my HP, my defense, even making sure that I get a little accuracy in there. So yeah, I had to really like level out the stats and make sure that I'm well rounded.
Dude, the defense is one of those stats you just overlook in the beginning, and then all of a sudden you start dying and you're not sure why. I was thinking it was my damage. I thought that I just wasn't out damaging them, but it turns out I just couldn't take a hit.
Yep.
Oh, and the Epic Butter says, does anyone know the GVG2 material? Dude, we got an investigative team on it.
Oh yeah. I checked in on the back end there, EB. So don't you worry about that, buddy. We got you.
Yeah.
Big thumbs up.
Don't worry. We're
getting it.
We got a team of private investigators.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Exactly.
Stay tuned.
What is that green flame? That's the currency for the superior stats.
Yep. The green flame just came in, so you got the new superior stats, very similar to the previous ones that have come in as far as the advanced ones go, whatnot. So again, if you're coming back into the game and you're like you're looking to basically like improve your stats really quick, come on over here, utilize the flame that you have, and like I said, I would focus on just for me, I would focus on the defensive stats because I'm already at that point where I'm not, as you guys can see right now, when I challenge the stages, the DPS is good, but I'm losing 1 or 2 allies, within a matter of seconds. So if they were to stay alive just a little bit longer, I might be able to get through the stage, but
unfortunately not.
yeah.
Nasty Toki says, is Rivensu coming back for Soul Strike streams? He's in chat right now. We can ask him,
Yeah.
Rivensu, are you coming back? We'd
Yeah.
love, we'd love to have you back.
We lost him to Sky Arena, Evan. I'm sorry, it's over.
I know. I did one.
He's a pro.
I did one round of the placement battles with him, and then he's lost. He's lost in the Sky Islands now. That's so
Rest
funny.
in peace, Rivensu. 2025.
Dude, he's up there. He's up there fighting. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, so while we were talking about the fire build, I wanted to just foreshadow something, guys. So we actually have 2 things to look forward to today. We're already halfway through the stream. That's crazy. So 2 things to look forward to.
Right.
One is a dev Q&A, right? So we've got some answers to your questions from the developers themselves. And then the second thing is we're going to start all of us together designing an ally, and then we can pitch it to the devs based on what we build here together. So we'll do it in a series, right? So today we'll focus on the aesthetics, and then later we'll focus on like element. We can talk about what skill they want to bring to the table, what the modifiers look like, and then ultimately we'll get our design team to kind of design them up, and then we'll send them over to the devs and see if they like them enough to maybe try to put them in the game. We'll do our dangest to do it, and either way, it's going to be a fun experiment together. So that'll be cool.
I wonder if there's any artists out there, once we kind of create our own like unique characters, maybe they can the artists out there that do a lot of these drawings, like they can make one up, or we can send it to the dev team too. How cool would it be that to literally they can make a character from top to bottom for the game from the community, right? That'd be super
that'd
cool.
be so cool. It would be very awesome. And it's like, if folks here in chat, if you guys have watched any of the Starseed streams, we've done that in Starseed. We came up with a character together, and we're kind of going through the same flow. And so we wanted to bring it here as well. Oh, and also, you may have noticed a coupon code just manifested at the bottom of the screen.
There it is.
New Soul, New Me, 2025. Should be 50 tickets for class skill ally relic and 20k ether. There's a lot of ether floating around today, guys. A lot of ether floating around for folks watching the stream.
We love the ether.
We love the ether. And all these changes are kind of made, I know folks are saying, oh, the wheel spin, stuff like that. This is all kind of done in an effort to reward the people who are here. It's like a lot of times we're seeing like some of the codes maybe got to a bunch of other platforms where they were redeemed in mass, and it wasn't necessarily the folks who were on stream, like, being here. So we wanted to kind of keep it a little bit more localized to reward you guys, because y'all are the ones that are here supporting the stream and being active and doing all this. Oh, we love you too, dude. Thank you.
Apparently, I don't know how to spell. Hold on. Let's try this again.
Oh, yeah, one less.
I love it.
Perfect.
New Soul, New Me. I love it.
New Soul, New Me, 2025.
All right.
Cool, says Matty Sykes. Yeah, so you can redeem that. And again, if you signed up for the survey, you got 50k ether as well. You can get additional 30k for winning the ball drop. 20k ethers in that coupon code. That's awesome. Boom. Okay, so do you feel like now would be a good time, Childish, to maybe do the dev Q&A?
Sure. Let's get it going.
Let's do it. I've got it up. Michael, could you swap over to my gameplay when you get a minute? Thank you, Michael.
Yep.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Michael's the best.
Michael is the best. Both, we got Michael and Mitchell back there. Both of them are fantastic. Okay, let's do this. Childish, do you want to read the question, the name and the question, and I'll read the developer response?
Sounds good. So the first question that we got here from, is it Sylphan? When are we having the next collab, and are we getting reruns of the previous ones at some point?
That's a good question. I think this question probably came in at a funny time because it was like just before the collab launch. Because so they say, we're pleased to announce that the Greatest Estate developer collaboration has just begun. They said, please check out the latest update review covering the collaboration, which is exactly what we've been doing today, which is great. And then the collab reruns did happen in the past. Which one did you want the most? And I'd love to ask that question over to the chat. So guys,
for sure.
If we were to have a collab return again, which one would you want it to be? Childish, do you have an answer for that?
I came into the game, like I said, right around that Summoners War collaboration, so I missed out on the opportunity to A5 and A8 some characters. It would be nice to have an A8 Vanessa, especially now with the introduction of the new skills and abilities and relics and whatnot. But you know, I'm good for either one. I got to favor the Comtois team, Brian. I got to favor Sky Arena. You know, hey, get a little Summoners War love in there.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I always in favor of a Summoners War returning. We've got a few votes for Nanomachine. Over on YouTube, RNZ saying the solo max level. They want the Keelan or Vanessa. I love that MVAI is like, let's just cut to the chase. I want the Keelan pet or I want Vanessa for the ally. It's like just bring back the greatest hits. You know, that's hilarious. Okay, let's go to the next one. There we go.
Let's take a look here. All right. So Tashi Nova asked, add friend system for the game that players can maybe send each other stuff, collect activeness, and exchange items. Okay.
Huh.
Maybe similar to like what we got going on in Sky Arena, like sending the hearts and
yeah,
and be able to utilize that for something. Yeah.
Sounds like the devs are actually a little bit surprised by that. They said that it's an interesting idea and that it might incentivize friends to join in Soulstrike. We currently don't have plans for a friends list, but it could be considered for future updates. What would you exchange exactly is their question. And yeah, I think that gets into the weeds of like, you know, in Sky Arena, we've got the hearts. And it's fairly reminiscent of like how you can donate to your guilds, you know, here. You know, it's like, what would you give to your friends? Any thoughts, chat? What would you give to the friends in your friends list? Maybe you could borrow like an ally for a couple of floors or something like that. Something like that.
Could do
That could be
something like
kind of
that.
cool. You know, it's like for if you're really stuck and you're plateauing, you know, you could bust through a couple levels using a friend's ally or something. Or or your friend could appear with you and help you break through a floor. That's crazy though. That would be insane. We don't have anything for that.
And one thing to mention, I mean, this kind of relates to this, but you know, thinking about what Comptos has done with Sky Arena, it would be kind of cool if you had a friend to be able to look at, you know, their setup, their lineup, you know, their builds and stuff like that, how they went about, you know, setting up their stuff. So people can kind of take a look and say, okay, this guy is successful. Maybe I'll try to mimic his style or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and also for I saw Nasty Toki said, just add epic butter. Do we get another shot for the ball drop if we entered the survey? There's going to be a second ball drop coming up here. So we're going to do 2 total. So that means a total of 6 people are going to get the additional Ether reward. Also, guys, since we hit 100 viewers, I've been told that this is I actually just get punished. I just get punished. So I wear my little maid cat ears at 100. So yeah, look at this.
I love it. That is it.
Can we win twice? Lol. No winning twice. I'm losing enough for everybody. I'm losing enough for everyone, by the way.
Get the clip in there.
Don't clip it. If you clip it, you're banned, Connie.
Banned.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
All right, let's take a look here. So I think it's cut off there on the name. I don't know if they can scroll it down a little bit there. Is it
it's this one.
Geist? I don't know how you pronounce that. Geist, maybe.
Geist.
Would there be future quality of life improvements to the game?
That's a fairly good question. You know, very generalized. Nasty Toki says 200 viewers, full maid cosplay. Sure, yeah. If we get 200 viewers, I'll put on the maid costume. Deal. Okay. The devs say we are always looking to improve the player experience and plan to continue making quality of life updates periodically. Please give us details on what improvements you'd like to see. Thank you. So yeah, just if you guys have any personal suggestions or anything that you'd like to see changed in Soulstrike, something with UI, UX elements, you let us know. Okay.
There you go.
All right, let's go. 200 guys.
Yep. All right, let's see.
Riri.
So next question comes from Riri saying, what is your vision towards more progression? I want the game to grow further. An idea came up and maybe it could be useful. I suggested a character synchronization buff based on story and lore. Really unique. What is your vision going forward?
Oh, wow. That's a
really good question.
Really good question. And they've even gone so far as to suggest changes too. As mentioned during the dev live stream, we're exploring ways to introduce more cooperative content, including Guild versus Guild 2 and World Boss. Additionally, we plan to feature utility content such as Fantastic Tree and other improvements to enhance resource acquisition. But we'll look into the idea since it's interesting. Yeah, that's the whole the ally synchronization is something that I've seen in other games. Starseed does that, right? You sync the levels of a couple allies right? And then
Mhm.
in that game, Proxians, and then all the lowest level of those synchronized is then reflected on all your other allies. Um, so it's an interesting idea. I will say that I don't. This is speaking totally personally here, not as a developer. I'm a player. Right, you know.
Mhm.
Um, I don't think the infrastructure, the game systems of Soul Strike are necessarily set up for that because of the link to unique effects with the level of your allies.
Sure,
Because it's
that
like
makes sense.
now it's like if you synchronize that level, you're kind of bypassing the whole thing of like you need to spend these resources to get the background effects, you know, and so that to me, it doesn't feel like that system is quite. It's not a perfect fit for Soul Strike in my eyes personally, but I do think that there's a happy medium to be found. I think they could find either a new system or something where it's like they just disseminate more resources to people, like they mentioned in their answer, something like that.
Mhm. Yeah,
Cool. All right, let's
that's
go to the
pretty much
next
it.
one.
All right, Bulwark
Oh, big
says,
question.
what are your future steps to make other elements relevant to the meta? This is big. This is big.
This is big. So they say we're diligently working to balance the meta in relation to elemental efficacy through the release of new skills, allies, relics, and exciting collaboration events. Which element should be reworked next? Um, it's a good question. Childish, do you have an inclination? Would you like Earth build to just like get
Yeah,
a bigger bump?
I'm definitely favored towards Earth Bill, but I can see a push towards like Earth or Wind. I mean, me personally, I think if, like I said, if you've invested a lot of specific units, I think obviously the fire team is great. The water side looks really good to me too. But Earth, I feel like they have been getting better about the Earth side,
Yeah,
improving some stuff there on that front. So, but yeah, no, it's gonna take some time. Like I said, it's one of those things that I obviously want to see the balance, but I look on the other end too, where I'm just grateful that for those other people that are not fortunate enough to get every single, skill, ally, relic, or whatnot, they can go with the build that is free to play that can really push you to a higher level. So at least that's an option, right?
yeah.
But yeah, hopefully we want that option to still be relatively balanced to the point where, you're not, just focusing on that because you can't do anything else, right? This is one's just too strong. So
Yeah, I'm with you. And I said it half jokingly earlier, but it's like with the collaborations, there seems to be a trend where it's like the Earth build and the physical build both get a lot of attention
yeah.
through collaborations. It might just be happenstance, but like it seems to be quite often that happens. Like with Nano Machine, we got like a physical boost. We got and not literally physical boost as in the stat, but I mean a boost for the physical build. And then like we've seen the beam, the Kamehameha that I'm lacking. I'm lapsing on the name, the sunlight one. Um,
Mhm.
for Earth. So I think Earth has taken a lot of strides. Um, kind of a tangent. I'd like to see something where it's like they kind of mirror like a couple other things from the fire build, but in different elements. Like imagine if we had like a sort of sea serpent or something for like Phoenix effect. It's like you can kind of do that for like a
Mhm.
water build, something like that. Um,
Mhm.
ultimately, I think they kind of need a hook though too, because it's like Sword Tomb, right? You build up and then detonate the stacks of burn on people. I think we need something equivalent to that like a real like hook for each element.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, let's
that'll be
keep
good.
going.
All right, what do we got here? So 10 FPS asks, the
Only
game has
10.
been allowing cheaters to keep going along with their cheats. Is there a way to prevent it from happening? How does the progress? Uh, how is the progress when it comes to the cheating prevention?
And the developers said that they're striving to address violations to our terms of service and remaining committed to promptly sanctioning players who exploit the game using cheats or unauthorized programs. And they've also been broadcasting the list of exploiters on their official forums on a weekly basis. We encourage you to use the in-game report function and contact our CMs on Discord with details. I love
Mhm.
that they're putting them on blast too.
Yeah, yeah, and let's give credit where credit is due here. Comp to us has clearly selected specific questions to do it, and sometimes companies get criticized for not like diving into some of the tough questions, the question we really want answers. So to kind of hit this one head on and talk about what they're doing with this one is really good. I'm really glad that they put this one in there.
That's a really good point. I'm glad that you shouted that out, Childish, because yeah, that's a good point. These were hand selected, so they wanted to at least talk about it, which is a good thing.
Yes,
So
great.
Rivensu also made a call out about the previous question, saying good thing would be boost other elements, but without nerfing the others, because at the end, it's
Sure.
not cheap to work in your equipment if you refocus for the proper build and then they nerf it. Yeah, I am just personally in a lot of games, I'm very anti-nerf. I prefer buffing to nerf rather than nerfing directly. You know, it's like let's make other things shine, right? You know, and also in Soul Strike, I don't think there's a need to nerf, especially because of how much of this game is PvE. You know, there is PvP, there's guild content as well, but like so much of it is PvE. So you don't necessarily
Yeah.
need to nerf directly. Okay, let's go to the next question. Oh, it's from Epic Butter.
Hey, can we have more castles for smaller guilds, or can we have an adjustment to price tracker so more castles are available?
And they say, we do believe it's important to bring exciting challenges for smaller guilds as well. The new guild takeover event in the unified world is underway and will take place bi-weekly. We hope this brings more variety to the guild feature, as the entry ticket can be used for both connected world and unified world. So it sounds like they're kind of in the same headspace. They're thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and last one.
Last one we got from El Zidia says, can we have a world boss that all the server can participate in to defeat before that time runs out?
Oh, I actually like this answer a lot, and I'll say why in a second. They say, as mentioned during the dev live stream, World Boss content is in our future plans, so please stay tuned for updates. You notice that was probably like the shortest answer out of all of them. That means they're really working on something. That means they're really,
Yeah.
I don't know what, right? But just that's how I read questions like that, or answers like that rather. It's like if you, you know, they're not speculating, they're not nothing. They're like just, you know, wait and see, something's coming. So that's cool. That's the end of the dev Q&A. That was great. Thank you to the devs for answering the questions. Thank you to you guys in chat as well for if you participated on social media and submitted your questions. That was pretty cool. Okay, we can shift back over to Childish's gameplay whenever you're ready there, Michael. And then also, guys, I have a couple cool little Soul Strike merch pieces. Like they're very fun. I've got a
Ooh, little
couple
merch.
art cards for characters. And then this is my favorite one though. My favorite one is this keychain of the star we constantly chase around. Look at that. Isn't that so cute?
I like that. I like that.
He's so cute, dude. He's like chasing. Am I allowed to keep this? Oh, I got a nod. Let's go. That's awesome. Oh, guys, I'm losing my ears.
Keep the ears on, please. Don't lose those.
I'm losing my ears, chat. Okay.
I was oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, so you know what? I foreshadowed it before Childish, but if we wanted to, we could move on to designing an ally together.
Ooh, yeah, that's right. We did talk about that. So
yeah. Okay. So chat. Let's talk about if we were to create an ally together. What would we want it to look like to start? What would this theoretical ally look like? Do you have any thoughts, Childish?
right now, I mean, it's kind of interesting. I don't have any specific way that I would make it look. Looking at all the characters that are currently in the game, I think they're all super unique in their own way. So, I was thinking about other characters that I've seen in you know, from some of War Sky Arena, but honestly, I think it's kind of hard to talk about it. Like I think the team has done a really good job, like really mixing it up with their stuff. So, and even you know, there's so many ways to customize characters, right? With in the game. So, what would you do?
If I had to choose, like just off the top of my head, I would want something that's kind of reminiscent of something like Asura's Wrath, where it's like, you know, a character with like a bunch of arms, you know, like someone who's kind of like this could this is leaning to, well, we'll get into element later. We can get into element later. But to me, like some sort of like Asura-esque figure where it's like, you know, it's a dude and he's got like a bunch of spectral arms behind him. Like to me, that sounds awesome. I also noticed that, so we have Eve, but we don't really have like we don't have like a robot-esque character either.
Okay.
We could go robotic. We could go, or let's see, what else are we missing, chat? Someone in chat's also saying a ninja would be cool.
Ninja would be cool, yeah.
Samurai mech, says Ririmai.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at trying to get ideas by looking at the different characters here. So
let me say this about that Ririmai. Ririmai said the samurai mech idea. I'm into the samurai mech idea, but we also just did something like that for our Starseed. one. So that it's so
Mhm.
purely out of a recency bias, I might say maybe we skew away and we come back to that later. It's just like that's the character that we're kind of creating for Starseed. So it'd be kind of cool to develop
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Ooh, semi-animal. One like a druid in Sky Arena or
Okay.
something like Pontus.
Yeah. Like
Whoa.
one that could transform too. Maybe some kind of evolution or something like that. They do a specific
Dude.
skill and transform.
Yes, Childish. Something that could transform. That's hot. I like that. I like
Mm-hmm.
that idea. Andy
Yeah.
W says animal head. It seems like people are kind of on this like sort of beast like, not full human, I like that idea, being able to transform. Okay, so why don't we like hover on that idea for a druid for a second? What would they turn into hypothetically? This doesn't have to be what we settle on, right? But like
Right.
hypothetically, are we talking a bear, Childish? Are we talking a sea serpent? Are we talking a deer? Like
Oh
what are we
man,
looking at?
it could be obviously you want some kind of character that shows strength, that admits strength and whatnot. Here, I was thinking about one of the characters I just saw a second ago that has like a dragon around it. I think it was this
Ran.
one down here, but
Was
yeah,
it
Ram
Ran?
maybe.
Ran, I think, has a
Yeah,
has a dragon around her.
yeah, yeah.
Thereabouts, I think.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if I can find it here.
And then yeah,
Oh
a
man,
couple
I
of them.
thought I thought it was one of the legendary ones here, but I'm just gonna scroll through
Yeah,
this way
scroll
here.
through. Maybe we're thinking of different allies. Maybe we
Must
thinking of
be,
different
must
ones.
be.
Yeah.
I thought it was a legendary one, but I'll have to keep
Sion
looking.
has a dragon. A tiger. They can transform into a tiger.
Oh, that's why I think it was Sion. Yep, yep. That's what I think it was. There you go.
Yeah, they got
Yep.
the water dragon jutsu, right?
Mm-hmm.
The water dragon jutsu looks super cool. Duke,
Yep.
a fire orange ally.
Ooh, Tiger.
Duke
I like that. They're
transforms
smart. Yeah.
also. Okay, so a druid sounds cool to me. I think that could probably be the first one. Evan, I just got a word that if you close your eyes, we'll get 300 viewers instead. Or pig or monkey, a la Journey to the West. That's a cool idea, Simmer. Okay, so hypothetically, we've got a druid. Childish, you have a lot more soul parts than me. Do you want to maybe jump into like the transmog zone and we could maybe try to like create this ally via your character? Is
Do
that a
I
fun thought?
though?
You don't have to commit to the transmog, but
Well, I guess.
I mean, we don't have to.
I know.
Bro's
It's
unenthusiastic.
okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Let's
You
take a
look
look
pretty cool.
here.
We don't have to commit to the transmog. I just wanted to look around in the transmog section.
Okay.
Agree with what did Biendro say? What did they say? I can't find their answer. Oh, it was for something separate. Sorry about that. Simar, so do I. We all do. We all want that. That's all we want. That's all we want. So a
Let's take
druid
look here.
character transforming into a tiger. Guys, I'm so selfishly just wanting an Asura. I really just want all those arms, dude. I just want somebody who's got tons of arms and looks like he could beat somebody up. Be great for the physical build. We can make him physical. Make him a 6-arm boxer. That'd be so
That
cool.
sounds fun.
Doesn't that sound cool? Oh, dude.
That sounds pretty cool. I like 6 arms, multiple
thank
arms.
you. Thank you. I don't know if chat's quite as enthusiastic about it. Chat, do we dig? I don't think chat digs that. I think chat likes chat wants the druid.
Or like a 2-headed one. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Nasty Turkey. Sorry about that, guys. That was my daughter. They just got back in the house, so you might have heard a little baby upstairs. But yeah, they're back upstairs now. So
It's all good, dude. Neto Variety says creating pay-to-win biased content and teasing the free-to-play players with all the rewards they can't get is too much. I don't like the direction they're going. Neto Variety, just to kind of explore that. Just to make sure I'm understanding what we're referring to. Are you talking about the branching content? We talked about it earlier, but it's like with the branching paths in the event, I think it's just a spin on like how the secret shop was in the past. It's kind of a similar approach to where they want free-to-play players to at least get a copy of everything in the collaboration. So I wouldn't worry too much because I think it's more about flexibility and like just kind of going the path that interests you the most.
yeah.
Okay, so are you trying to find hair for our theorized druid?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why I think about druid, greenish kind of whatever. Pick it up. I'm trying to maybe something a little. We don't have a lot of color here when it comes to this, so maybe something like this here.
Yeah, I'm liking where you're going
Shaman
with the
little look.
green. I'm
Yeah,
liking where
let's
this is
see.
going. Oh,
Yeah.
so referring to the event coins. Yeah, the event coins are impossible to get even if you spend money, you barely get any. And, that's something that can be also reevaluated as well down the line. I'm not saying 100% guaranteed it will, but that's also not the first time I've heard someone comment on that just during the course of this stream. So that you can rest assured that that's feedback that we can send over to the developers. Again, not saying 100% something's going to change, but it's so early in the collaboration that's something that can, like last minute events being added in or some other way getting gifted, like reevaluating mission rewards. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, especially this early in the collaboration. And I don't mean to sound dismissive of the comment. I mean to say I think it is something that could be adjusted, perhaps. But thank you for the comment, regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like the green that you're going for.
Yeah, green go for. I was thinking. So I don't know if this is just because I got like a, one of the guns selected. It would be nice to have like some kind of a staff or something like that here.
Yeah,
I
a
feel like
staff would be
druids.
really sick, actually. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know that you
yeah,
got a gun equipped right now, so we're kind of limited on the options. But eventually, we could just pretend the gun is a staff.
Yeah. I don't see anything that really sticks out. I mean, I guess insect queen maybe. It kind of goes with the colors, something like
Purchase.
that. And
You're so sweet, dude. Says Evan's PR. That's so funny you say that. I'm not PR trained. I just know how I just know how I don't like being spoken to or how I do like being spoken. That's all it is. It's like I've been on both sides of this type thing, right? So I know to a certain extent I know how it feels, and I'm a player too, right? I play the game as
right,
well.
yeah, yeah. Part of the company, but a player at the end of the day too. And
Yeah,
it's confirmed.
exactly.
It's confirmed.
Yeah. Wow, you've built up a very coherent theme.
I to be honest, I was very nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this for the first time. And when I say this, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. When I looked at soul parts to do like different transmogs, that was never like my primary focus. While I do like the customization aspect, all I cared about was the stats and just doing what I can to proceed. So this whole part of getting into soul parts, this is like very exciting because I've really never try to customize a character. Now I'm
You're
like, oh, I
kidding
got
me.
them. No, I've never. Yeah, I've done a little bit when I got my ultimate gear, but outside of that, like I've never really tried to customize it, and I feel like I'm missing out.
Dude, there's a whole world in here. Like this is actually one of my favorite parts of Soul Strike is that they let you
Yeah,
customize your character to look like whatever you want. That's like
yeah.
that's the best
We
part.
should we should lock this in. What do you think, Chad? Should we
Yeah,
lock this in?
I like that. I dig this.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's temporarily say that this is kind of the vibe that we're going for. It's like kind of we could go for this sort of lime green, right? And then we can call it a druid. Imagine a staff.
Yeah.
Changing into we can workshop what we want it to turn into. That
Right.
may change. I have a feeling that what she turns into is going to change after we talk about skills down the line. But we'll save the skill talk for like a different stream. We can talk element
Sure.
and like skill down the line. Let's do that. Oh, and folks,
Okay.
the survey is closed for the second ball drop, by the
Okay.
way. Yeah.
All right. Ooh, that's right. We still got the second ball truck too.
We
I mean,
still
this
got
could
the
be
second
good.
ball drop. Dude,
All right.
so speaking about the transmogs for a second, because you mentioned I've got my guy I think looks like Ajax right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's take a look. Yeah, let me go.
Yeah,
Let's go on
no,
here.
it looks like Zion. The blue armor guy. I always get their names mixed up. But like, yeah, mine has like the armor of Zion in the background. If you want to see, it's so cool that they let you just change him. There he is. That's him.
No,
that's
the guy.
That's what I look like vaguely right now.
In real life. No, that's you right now.
Riri Mai I love the compromise angle. Riri Mai says, Evan, how about a character druid that transforms and grows arms? So then you have an Asura aura.
Nice.
If we could combine them, if we could find an animal that realistically works with, like if we wanted to give it octopus tentacles with boxing gloves, like we could do that. I'm not a huge fan of the silliness of that, to be honest. I kind of want it to be more like cool looking than that.
Right.
I'm Real BA. Say, hey, what's going on, dude? Salvi. It says, hey, Evans, I'm late, but joined to say hello. Hello, dude. Welcome. Just in time for the second and final ball drop.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's get 3 more people rewarded with 30K Ether.
Okay.
All right,
So now,
all the
Evan, we
names.
got put all the names in here, and then tell me who you got. Who you got
Who you
going?
got, chat? Who you got? They're
Who you
gonna
got,
say
chat?
themselves. They're gonna say themselves. I just realized.
All right.
All right, let's drop them. Last ball drop of the day. We've got 3 people that are gonna walk away with 30,000 more ether.
Say
Riven Sue,
Riven Sue's in there.
what are you doing so up ahead there?
Oh, I see Ryu Maru that was kind of coming in there, so I'm a little delayed right now. I was looking at the Twitch side, but here we go.
Oh, NC Pereira is down there.
Oh,
That's
man.
the thing, Childish. It's not always good to be the first one down there. Nawaku,
Nope.
Incendious, and NC Pereira. Congratulations to our top 3.
Congrats.
Oh
Awesome.
my
Congrats.
goodness, dude. Wow.
Oh man.
That is so fun.
That is good.
I love
fun.
the ball drop.
That has to be every single stream now. We gotta do that. That's good.
Hey, I truly do love it. It makes it so fun to see it. And chat seems to think it's exciting. Chat said it's staged. How could it be staged? We needed your names, Colonel.
No.
Never mind. Got scammed by Pereira. Sorry, Riven Sue. Sorry about that. Nice. Check out Oscar from Summoner's Greed. That'd be cool. We also have one in Summoner's War, and there's a few others too. Yeah, I'm always hooked on that. I always think they're so cool looking. I think it's great.
Yeah.
3 happy people versus salty people. You know what, Riri? Just remember, we've got that coupon code, and also you get 50K ether just for signing up through the survey. So hopefully you don't feel like you're losing out, because we want to make it so it's actually easier to get some of these rewards than it was before too. Which is it's gonna be good stuff. That's gonna be great. Are you doing some summons right now, Childish?
Yeah, I just realized I had like 1,500 skill summons, so I might as well pop some up while we're chilling, to kind of finish out the stream there. So
that's awesome.
See if the stream's giving me a little luck.
Yeah, see if you can get some of that the streamer luck, the come to us luck, the luck you get when you're off of the Come to Us USA Wi-Fi.
I love it.
Awesome. Also, so chat, theoretically speaking, so we had this survey, or excuse me, not this survey. We had the coupon code that's here that had 50 of each, right? Are there any particular rewards that you prefer to see? Like any leaning in one direction over another? Like, do you value, I tend to value the relic ones over some of the other ones. What do you guys feel? Anything like that? You let us know what you'd like to see, and we can maybe always adjust it for the next one. Man, it's pretty dry in the summons today, huh?
Yeah. Mind you, I only had 100 on that one there, so just have a couple of loosey-gooseys here that I wanted to knock out. And again, even though if I could do like specific summons here, like we got them all coming in the event, so it's more of a just kind of knocking them out here and getting them done. Nice. I already got all my free-to-play ones, all my ad ones done. Again, best investment ever. That $10 for no ads, yes sir.
No, so literally the best. It's actually so good.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's actually so good.
Yeah.
Oh, and folks are saying relic or class? Relics, class 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Relics.
See,
relics.
And relic says Bedro. Oh, yeah. A spider. Are you suggesting that our druid change into a spider, Simart, or am I coming in at a different conversation?
You might.
Because that'd be a little bit
kind of scary.
That'd be a little freaky.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a little freaky, yeah.
So Childish, I want to say thank you so much for joining us here today, man.
It's been a pleasure, my guy. Thanks again for inviting me here. Really excited to push through this collaboration and see what kind of rewards we can obtain.
Me too, man. It's always a pleasure streaming together. And chat, if you don't already follow Childish, you should absolutely do so. You can actually use Command Childish, and it'll give you a link to his channel. So that way you can give him a follow. You can subscribe to him over on YouTube. And thank you to chat for participating today and hanging out. It's been a really fun time. Thank you for being here. I think the next Soul Strike stream is going to be in 2 weeks. I think it's a bi-weekly schedule for Soul Strike going ahead. So I will see you guys. In 2 weeks for Soul Strike. However, we've got a stream for Summoners War coming up in just under an hour. So you can come back here at 4 p.m. Pacific time after that. And then next week, we also have a Starseed stream. So there's plenty of content for you to watch if you just want to hang out. But if you're going to come back for Soul Strike, it'll be 2 weeks from now. Bi-weekly stream, no! I appreciate you guys so much. Lame, but okay. I love you guys so much. That is so sweet of you. I so appreciate that you guys have
Yeah.
that reaction. I love you guys. But all right, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you to Childish. And I will see you guys back here at 4 p.m. for Summoners War. Bye, everyone. See you next time.